guys, today we're going to be doing a little bit of chemistry. Today we're going to be classifying these chemicals into acids and bases. But in the last video we already did that with litmus paper. In the last video we just found if the chemical was an acid or a base. But in this video I'm going to be showing you how we can find how strong the acid or base is. Like over here, we have some chemicals and pH paper. From this pH paper, we're going to be indicating the color if it's an acid or a base. Well, to find that, we're going to be using a pH scale. Well, first we're going to be just dipping the pH paper into the chemicals, and then we're going to be matching the color of it with this pH scale. So for example, if we have a red color, that is a very dark red color, so that means 1, which is a strong acid. I'll tell you what all of these numbers mean at the end of this video. Okay, so for this experiment, you're going to need hydrochloric acid, sodium hydroxide, a little lemon, sodium bicarbonate, and a little dishwasher soap in the solid form, and water. You're also going to need some small bowls of 5 different small bowls like that. Now you're going to need a pH scale if you have it, pH paper, a spatula, a dropper, and tweezers. Okay, so the first step is to put a little bit of each chemical into a bowl. So the first chemical is hydrochloric acid. I'm going to take a little bowl and I'm going to put 8 drops of hydrochloric acid inside the bowl. So here's the bowl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now this much hydrochloric acid in there. Now I'm just going to put that right there, and I'm going to close the lid of hydrochloric acid. Now the next is sodium hydroxide. Oh, and make sure you keep the bowl right in front of your acid. So that sodium hydroxide now. Be careful and make sure you're wearing gloves for this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that's our sodium hydroxide. I'm going to keep that right there. Make sure it doesn't spill. Now, some lemon. And put the juice of it inside. I've got pretty much drops in there already. There. So we've got some lemon juice in there. And I'm just going to put that right there. And the lemon in front of it. Now sodium bicarbonate. But this is in a solid form. In this case, you're just going to add some water with a dropper, but that's for our next step. I'm just going to put 3 scoops of it in there. 1, 2, and I think that's enough because there's a lot in there. I'm going to put that right there, and I'm going to close the lid of the sodium bicarbonate. And now I'm just going to put that right in front of it, right there. Now I'm going to take my dropper, take some water, and put a few drops of it inside the sodium bicarbonate until it's liquid. Yeah, so that's liquid. And now I'm just going to mix it with a spatula. There. I'm going to put that right there, my spatula right there. Now I'm going to take my dishwasher soap in the solid form, and I'm also going to take my spatula. I'm going to take a few scoops of the dishwasher soap inside the bowl. I'm just going to take 2 scoops or else it will be too much. Now I'm going to take my dropper and I'm going to put some water in it as its solid form. That's enough. I'm just going to put my dropper in there and I'm going to take my spatula to mix it. I'm going to keep my spatula down and my bowl. Now, it comes to a pH paper. Now, when we're going to take this pH paper, we're going to just observe the color of it, and then we're going to we're going to compare it with the measuring scale. And then I'm going to tell you how much it is, or how strong acid it is, or how strong base it is. Okay, so here comes for hydrochloric acid. I think you can already guess what is it, but let's just see. Well, look at that. It looks like it's turning red. That means this is an acid. But how much? Well, let's see. That looks like pretty much as 1. So that means it is an acid. It's a very strong acid. I'm just going to keep that right there in the acids group. Now sodium hydroxide. I'm going to take my pH paper and put it inside there. What's it going to be? Well, it looks like it's turning... Whoa. Let's see. It's turning 11. It's about to turn, yeah. Over here we can't see any of it, but if you look closely over there at this spot, I'll just take it and show you. So this is it, but it's actually in the color form of 11. You see, after 10, that's 11. It's actually in the form of 11, so it's a very strong base. I'm just going to keep that right there in the group of bases and with sodium hydroxide. Now I'm going to take my lemon and I'm going to take some pH paper. I'm going to put it in there. What's it going to be? Let's see. It looks like it's turning a yellow color. What color is it? It looks like it's 4. So that means it's a weak acid. So I'm going to keep that over there in the group of weak acids. And now sodium bicarbonate. Let's see, what is it going to be? That looks like a green color. Which green? It looks like 9. Which means it's a weak, what is it? It looks like it's a weak base. So I'm just going to keep that right there. Weak base. Now what is dishwasher soap? Let's see. I'm going to take my pH paper, put it in there. And it looks like it's turning a very dark color. It looks like it's turning to, well, let's see. Well, what color is it? Let's just match it to the pH paper. It looks like it's 11. Yeah, it's 11, which means it's a very strong base. I'm also going to keep it with their sodium hydroxide and with the dishwasher soap. So that means we have 2 strong bases. Now we have one last pH paper, which is going to be going for water. Let's see what it is. It's going in there. Well, let's see. I can't see it properly. It's this. Uh-oh. It looks like 7. Yeah, 7. That means it's neutral. We were right. So water is neutral. I'm just going to keep that in the middle. So now I'm just going to explain. This 1, so less than 3 is a strong acid. 3 to 6 is a weak acid. 7 is neutral. 8 to 11 is a weak base. And less than 11 is, so more than 11 is a strong base. So let's just put it in the rearrangement. First, hydrochloric acid is red, so it's going to be going first. Now, let's see. Lemon is this 4, so it's going to be going next. Now, what's next? We have 7 also, so that's going to be going right here. And now next we have, let's see, we have a sodium bicarbonate, which is 9, so it's going to be right here. And now sodium hydroxide, which is 11, and the dishwasher soap in solid form is also 11. It's going to be going last. So this hydrochloric acid is a strong acid. Lemon is a weak acid. Water is neutral. Sodium hydroxide is a weak base. Sodium bicarbonate is a weak base, sodium hydroxide is a strong base, and so as well is dishwasher soap in solid form is a strong base. So this is, look at the pH paper carefully. It looks like a rainbow, but it's not that. We have just arranged it according to their acids, from strong acid to weak acid, and from neutral to weak base, and from weak bases to strong bases. This has been arranged in the proper form, proper order. So thank you for watching this video, and be sure to watch my next video. Bye bye.